The Dallas Cowboys of 2016 is a story that many people would think is a dream. I'm a lifelong Dallas Cowboy fan, 21 years of age. The organization has not won a Super Bowl since 1995, with the likes of Troy Aikman, Emmitt Smith, Michael Irvin, with the help from Jerry Jones and Barry Switzer. The triplets, as they called them. They had a great O-line. They had Moose. They had a good defense. 1995. 21 years since the Dallas Cowboys have gone to the Super Bowl and won it. Matter of fact, 21 years, that was the last time that they were in the Super Bowl. The Dallas Cowboys, as well as owner and GM Jerry Jones, is facing a daunting task that I just don't see. You hear reports, you hear analysts, you read, you watch Dak Prescott or Tony Romo. You have Tony Romo, who's been the starting quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys for years now. Took over from Drew Bledsoe. Tony Romo is someone that I respect, someone who I thank for his service, and who I honestly believe is a good quarterback. He's probably one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL currently. He's probably one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL that's been around for the last decade. But Tony Romo has an issue, and that issue is injuries. Now, all NFL players have dealt with injuries. Some have been forced to retire from those injuries, and some have pushed on through those injuries. Some have been titled injury prone, and some just don't get hurt. But the reality of the National Football League, professional football, the NFL, is that injuries happen. And how do you deal with those? Tony Romo went down in the preseason with a back injury. He has a long list of injuries. Those injuries are listed as history. The Dallas Cowboys did not think that they would choose their starting franchise quarterback in Dak Prescott in the fourth round of the 2016 NFL Draft earlier this year. Some think that Romo, who was the starting quarterback, should get his role back on the team. Some think that Dak Prescott should remain as the starting quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. Leading in to this week, and as I've recorded this is November 9th of 2016. It's on a Wednesday night. The Dallas Cowboys have to make a decision. Tony Romo is back. No, not back injuries. Tony Romo is back. He's practicing with the team. He's in full pads. He feels great. He's ready to go. Jerry Jones has come out and stated that he doesn't know what the Dallas Cowboys are going to do about their starting quarterback. Do you stay with the driven and winning quarterback in Dak Prescott, or do you go back to Romo, who you have known, who has shined in moments and burned out like a light in others, who is very injury prone and someone who will most likely get injured? Those questions are something that the Dallas Cowboys and mainly Jerry Jones are going to have to answer. Now, Jason Garrett is he's the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys, and he's supposed to make the calls. He's supposed to make the decisions, the tough decisions. That's the reason he gets paid the big bucks. But in all reality, Jerry Jones is the guy who is going to be making the calls in terms of who is starting for the Dallas Cowboys in the quarterback position. I get to this and I say this. Do you go back to Romo, who is most likely going to get injured one more time, and ruin the chemistry that the Dallas Cowboys have? A chemistry that has put them on a 7-game winning streak and only holds one loss this season. Do you ruin that chemistry that has built the number one standard team in the NFL? And when I mean standard team, they are number one in the NFL standings, ahead of the New England Patriots, led by Tom Brady and Bill Belichick. Do you stick with Prescott, who has just lit up the league? His numbers are not the greatest, but they're definitely not the worst. You have a young running back in Zeke Elliott. You have a great offensive line that we have built over the last couple years via the draft. We have a defense who cannot stay on the field, and they do give up points, but they shine when they need to, which is unlikely from years previously. The Dallas Cowboys and Jerry Jones has a decision. My personal take is you stick with Prescott. You don't ruin the chemistry. Chemistry is what brought us to the dance. Chemistry is what will put us out in the field. Chemistry will determine the history of the rest of the 2016 season.